Textradamus, the prophet of tech before you, molded by the tech gods and birthed into your streams, went over articles, scientific articles, for example, how spell checkers do not actually help you to spell check any better once you remove the ability to use a spell checker. In fact, in some cases, they make you a worse speller, let's call it that. Same thing with other automated industries where your skills do not translate beyond the automation. So you live within your skills are limited to within the automation that you learned the skills from in the first place. Skills rot at machine speed. AI is changing how developers learn and think. And I'm glad that I'm not the only person who's awakening to this. I called it months ago, and now people are starting to realize this. Adam Thornhill is a programmer who combines degrees in engineering and psychology. Adam is the founder of CTO of CodeScene. And what he describes here is that you need friction. That's what you need. You need to, in order for you to learn something and have it stick, you need a level of friction and frustration that doesn't outweigh the positives that you get from the learning experience. That's the key thing. So you want to be just frustrated enough to learn something, but not too frustrated so that you give up. AI, however, takes that entire process away and shortens that loop down to ask a question, receive an answer, away you go. So in essence, it replaces the entire learning process. If you want to think about it that way, the entire learning process is completely replaced by AI and ChatGPT. Now, he doesn't just say this from like a psychological perspective, right? He provides an actual study here. In late 2023, Professor Eric Klopfer, hang on, one sec, apologize. My throat, okay, there we go. Okay, that helped. All right. In late 2023, Professor Eric Klopfer demonstrated this via a fascinating experiment at MIT. Klopfer split his students into multiple groups and assigned them the same programming task. One group was allowed to use ChatGPT, the other was restricted to old-school Googling and manual skill acquisition. Initially, the ChatGPT group outperformed the non-AI group. Uh-oh. That sounds bad, right? But then Klopfer introduced a twist. He asked the students to resolve the problem, but this time from memory. The roles quickly reversed. The ChatGPT group didn't remember anything and failed miserably. That I have been saying for a long time. And that's what I went over in previous studies on my Enlightened Programming stream, where I literally covered the textile manufacturing industry and spell checkers as lateral indicators of exactly this problem. What happens when you remove the automation system away? You haven't learned a thing. And when you are dependent on that thing and for some reason it fails, let's say there's a power outage, you run out of tokens, you can't afford it, etc., etc. And that's the problem. And that's why I have said that a year from now, so now it's what, like I've been saying this for about 2 months, so let's go with like February-ish 2026. By that time, we're going to see such negative impacts from AI that people are going to slow down and realize that it was a big mistake, at least to some degree. And when that happens, all of us programmers here who actually care about our craft and want to do good work, we're going to be the ones that everybody begs to join their companies. The only thing that you're going to be hearing on an hourly basis is the beep, beep, beep of the truck with bags of money, literally bags of money with a dollar sign on them, backing up onto your 12-bedroom mansion to drop off more money as you go and fix all the crap that nobody else can fix because they all relied on AI, which generated all the problems that you're fixing and which made it so that nobody was available to fix the problems further. So I'm glad that I'm not the only person who is seeing this. This is becoming more of a mainstream idea that these things are not good solutions to learning.